Hey guys, Jessie here from Black Cats and Cards. Welcome back to my channel if you are returning, and welcome to my channel if you are brand new. I'm filming a couple of videos today, so I might be filming them kind of out of order to how you guys are seeing them, but I think I'm going to start with my July book and Witchy haul, which Luna is currently crawling all over. Luna, you gotta move. You're on my hat. On my hat. Thank you. Okay, so yeah, I'm gonna start with that. So one of the first things that I actually picked up was this Minchiati Etruria deck. When I picked it up, I didn't realize that it was the one that is, they didn't put a finish on the cards, so you can't really shuffle them without possibly ruining them. So I haven't totally decided what I'm going to do with this deck yet. I can do like a more in-depth kind of flip through, because I'm not even sure if you guys can see this from the distance you guys are at. But yeah, I'm not sure exactly how I'm going to work with this deck, or if I'm just going to keep it as a collectible. But I did pick that up. At the same time, I picked up this hat, which I am very pleased with. I do have a black floppy hat already, but I really liked this one when I saw it, so I decided that I just had to have it. So that is that. And I think I got both of those at Indigo, the bookstore here in Canada. Next I think I went to Spencer's, but I found the Demon Tarot, which I've been kind of looking for a while now, but I just never picked it up. I found it when I was visiting a friend in the States, but I didn't want to put it in my bag to bring it back. So I finally do own a copy of this now. I haven't worked too much with it, but I'm really enjoying flipping through it. Sorry if you can hear the bag rustling around. My cat found the catnip toy that I got for her in a bag behind the camera. I'm gonna fix that, hang on. Okay, so yes, Demon Tarot. I haven't really worked with it too much, but I am very excited to get more into it. As the spooky season approaches, I'm very excited to be working with this kind of stuff more. And while I was there, I also found these. So these are Mystifying Mints. They have the Ouija deck on the front, and the mints, I'm not going to be able to show you on camera, they're too small. But the mints inside are actually shaped like the Ouija planchette. And they say Ouija on them, and they're the cutest thing. I picked these up because I love the front here, but then I also figured that when it's empty, I can actually use this as like a travel altar kind of thing, just to carry some more witchy bits and bobs around with me. So I'm excited to kind of get to that once these mints are gone. And then moving more into the book side of things, first thing that I picked up was actually a magazine. This Forks Over Knives magazine. So whole food, plant-based lifestyle. It just has a lot of recipes and stuff in here. Yeah, so I'm excited to kind of try some recipes out of here and write them in my own recipe book. That will be exciting. Yeah, and then I've got this big bag of books that I bought. I got this bag at Indigo as well, but not all of the books inside here are from Indigo. A few of them are, but I would say half of them are not. So I will just get started. I will start with the stuff that I did get from Indigo. So I got 3 classics. I think they were $6 each. So I got Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. Very excited about this one. I can't believe that I haven't read it yet. The Lovecraft Compendium, another one that I'm very excited about, and The Scarlet Letter. I do have a copy of this actually, but I really like this cover, so I decided to get this one as well. And Landline by Rainbow Rowell. I love Rainbow Rowell's books, and I actually picked this one up for $6, so I was very excited about that. Best-selling author of Eleanor and Park and Fangirl, and I loved both of those books. So that is it from Indigo. Now from a used bookstore down the street from me, I picked up 6 books. So let's get into those. Now I'm actually filming this for the second time, because the first time the camera wasn't filming. So let's do this. So the first book is Madame Bovary. I actually haven't read this, and I really like this copy. It's like that fabric-y, hardcover, textured kind of feel. I don't have a lot of these on my bookshelf, but I would like to. So I'm really excited to get into this. I'm kind of horrified with myself that I haven't read this yet, but I will definitely be getting into this. Next, Dracula by Bram Stoker. This one I picked up because I already have a copy of this, but it's very delicate. It's it's not ancient or anything. It's not like a vintage copy. It is a used bookstore copy as well, but it wasn't very well taken care of before I bought it. And so some of the binding is kind of coming apart a little bit. I'm afraid that if I read from that copy, oh, there's a little bird right outside my window. That never happens. Sorry. I'm afraid that if I read from that copy that it's going to fall apart, and I do really like that copy because it was my first copy. So I'm going to read it from this and go from there. And next we have The Alchemist. I haven't read this one. I've heard tons about it. Everybody is telling me that I need to read it, so I bought it. I do like that like orange and red cover that I've seen around, but I thought that this was an interesting cover as well. I haven't really seen this anywhere. And the used bookstore that I went to actually had 2 copies of the book. They had this one, and then they had one that was like in a collectible box thing, and the book was hardcover, and it was really, really pretty, but I hadn't read the book yet, so I felt kind of weird getting like a collectible box edition of a book that I've never actually read. So I'm excited to read this one. Next, Jane Austen, Mansfield Park. I haven't read a ton of Jane Austen, but what I have read I've really liked, and this was the year that I wanted to read more classics. I've kind of gotten away from that quite a bit, but maybe August will be my time to get back into it. So there's that. And then this, The Way of Life, Lao Tzu. I'm so sorry if I'm mispronouncing that. I'm terrible with names. But this is just a very thin little book. I'm very excited to read this one. I've heard whisperings about this kind of here and there throughout my life, so I'm excited to own a copy and be able to read it. And then finally, Lilith by George MacDonald. So this was kind of a fluke find for me. I was just perusing the shelves and saw the spine, actually. I saw the name Lilith, and I said, hey, like, I know a thing or two about Lilith. What is this? And I can't really answer what it is, but the thing that really made me jump at purchasing it were the blurbs on the back. So the first one says, the magical, the fairy story may be a vehicle of mystery. This is what George MacDonald attempted, achieving stories of power and beauty. J.R.R. Tolkien. And then the next blurb is a little bit longer, but it is C.S. Lewis who wrote it. So the fact that those two were blurbing this book, and I've never heard of this person or this book, made me feel kind of ashamed, like where have I been? Who is this? What is this book? So I'm excited to get into this and see if this is somebody that I would read more from, because I think I did see more books by this person on the shelf. So if I like this, I will definitely go back and pick up some more. I think I paid, yeah, like $8 for this, which is like kind of expensive for a used bookstore. That bookstore that I went to was kind of a little bit on the higher price end, but I did really enjoy walking through it and looking at all the stuff that they had. So yeah, and that's it. Oh my goodness, my shirt is falling down, I'm so sorry. And that's it. I hope that my bra wasn't poking out and offending anybody for too long. I hope that you guys have a good day, week, month, and year. Love and light, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye guys.